Grateful to you for joining us here on the Channel One newsroom. Now, Article 67 of the Constitution enjoins the President to deliver a message on the state of the nation at the beginning of every session of Parliament and at the dissolution of Parliament. Now, the 9th Parliament just began, and President John Dramani Mahama has fulfilled this constitutional provision by delivering the message on the state of the nation to Parliament. Now, as you can see behind me, some members of Parliament interacting with members of the media on what they gleaned from the President's message. Now, the President talked about inheriting a difficult economy from the erstwhile administration that was led by former President Nana Akufo-Addo. My colleague Ni Ayekwe, who's our parliamentary correspondent, he will be providing us a report on what the President said and all the reactions from the members of Parliament. But I have some other members of the public who came to listen to what the President said.
Yeah, I came to Parliament just because this is the first State of the Nation address of the President. And since he took office from January 7th, he has visited a lot of institutions, and we want to hear exactly what he has for Ghanaians for his first term. So that's purposely the reason why I came here.
The President delivered this address in the Chamber of Parliament. Former President Kufuor was seated. Former First Lady Nana Adjumani was also seated in the presence of all the security chiefs and members of the public who came to witness the President's State of the Nation's address. Hello, sir. What did you glean from the President's speech?
I think it's a positive and uniting message. That's what I can say briefly.
Positive and uniting message. Yes. Anything in particular that struck you?
Well, maybe the 24-hour, they need to reset the economy. We have to be positive and believe in what he's trying to do so that we can all support him. Then we can say that we'll get somewhere. Unless we support him, we might not get anywhere.
I mentioned earlier, my colleague Ni Ayekwe was seated in the chamber for that address, and he has the following report on what the President said and all the reactions from the politicians.
The scandal, which was uncovered following a nationwide audit of the National Service Authority, involved the inclusion of thousands of fake names on the payroll, a fraudulent scheme that enabled corrupt officials to siphon funds meant for genuine national service personnel. Investigations revealed that high-ranking officials within the National Service Scheme, district directors and payroll administrators were colluding to create fictitious personnel, allowing them to withdraw salaries on behalf of non-existent workers. In his maiden State of the Nation address, President Mahama assured that persons involved in the scandal will not go unpunished.
As part of our Operation Recover All the Loot policy, ORA, I've already tasked our investigative bodies to bring the culprits of the National Service Ghost Name scandal to justice. Such brazen theft of public funds must not go unpunished. It is estimated that the criminal addition of some more than 80,000 ghost names could have yielded the suspects over 50 million Ghana cedis every month. Unfortunately, some of these suspects are believed to have absconded from the country already. I have directed that they be declared wanted and their assets traced and frozen until investigations are completed.
President Mahama also disclosed that Ghana's debt stock currently stands at 721 billion Ghana cedis, with the Electricity Company of Ghana (ECG) owing 68 billion Ghana cedis and the Ghana Cocoa Board owing 32.5 billion Ghana cedis.
In addition to the public debt, which amounts to a staggering 721 billion cedis, several state-owned enterprises are also in debt, including the ECG, which owes 68 billion Ghana cedis. Ghana Cocoa Board, the hope of cocoa farmers, is also highly indebted. Its balance sheet indicates a total debt of 32.5 billion Ghana cedis, of which 9.7 billion is due to be paid at the end of September 2025.
Mahama also revealed that $64,000 and 143 million Ghana cedis are the current composition of the sinking fund.
There have been claims that buffers were left for debt repayment, oncoming debt repayment this year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me give you the statement of account for the debt service reserve account, which is also popularly referred to as the sinking fund. This fund shows a balance of only $64,000 in the dollar account and 143 million Ghana cedis in the CD account. The repercussions of the accumulation of debt and economic mismanagement will require extensive work and sacrifice to repair.
John Mahama also bemoaned that $400 million has been spent on the Agenda 111 hospital projects, yet none is functional.
Not a single Agenda 111 hospital is operational. In any part of Ghana, I challenge you, not one is operational. It is worth disclosing that $400 million has already been disbursed under the Agenda 111 project. Mr. Speaker, at a rate of approximately $80 million per hospital, this $400 million spent could have completed and made operational at least 22 of those hospitals. I believe that the money should have been focused on completing a number of hospitals and making them operational instead of spreading it over the current 111 hospitals. As I speak, some are at the foundation level and not a single one is operational. I have directed the Minister for Health to present us with a plan on the way forward for this program. And let me add that we are open to public-private partnerships and franchising to complete and operationalize these hospitals.
The majority leader, Mahama Yariga, in reacting to the presentation, expressed hope in the future of Ghana.
His Excellency the President has brought us hope. Hope for the youth of this country. Hope for the women. Hope for the Okada drivers. Hope for the private sector. Hope for students. And hope for ordinary Ghanaians who did everything to bring him to office with such an overwhelming number.
The President again came to this house with a familiar story, the usual lamentations. He packaged it in a language as though we have a new beginning. Mr. Speaker, if the President has any concerns, his duty is to fix it.
President Mahama has assured that he is committed to addressing the country's economic crisis irrespective of the challenges. For ChannelOne News from Parliament, Ni Ayukweyi Okan.